but in terms of our civilization, sure, within the last several hundred thousands of years, we could have developed to a point where, yeah, that type of transport and travel was possible.
Is it patriot freedom?
I just think it's so funny that like government-funded media was behind some sort of wall to begin with. Like that's kind of interesting.
Well, it says there was essentially a de facto ban on the government dissemination of materials originating from the State Department. Yeah, because we didn't trust you.
Yeah.
We didn't trust you to just fucking make these claims. You're not supposed to release the news if you're the government. No, the journalists are supposed to go in there and find out what's actually going on. Oh boy. Oh boy. It sounds like a sneaky way to get propaganda to people. But I thought there was something else where it was proposing that they were allowed to use propaganda if it was for the greater good. I thought that was a part of the the National Defense Authorization Act, which the one that allowed for indefinite detention.
The Furious 7. It was only me in the theater. That's your fault. You came to Fast 7.
Yeah.
Even if it is all like the stars of yesterday, people they'd rather watch you now.
But it's like I can watch like Summer Heights High, right? Have you ever seen that?
Oh yeah.
And it's still like so ridiculous. It still gets me.
But it's like, I mean, one of the best shows Comedy Central ever made was Strangers with Candy. And they never reran that, like ever. You had to find it on. I used to buy it on eBay.
Does that make it a get out of jail free card? Well, let's look at the impact. Obviously, insiders like Logan and Chase got in early and bought it up, realizing that it probably was going to catch some traction when they came out on this coin totally normally and not in a planned way. In fact, one guy sent in $852,000 right before the podcast, saying, "We'll be on YouTube and I'll be pushing it hard on my socials as well." Logan then posts the episode with a cash emoji saying, "Broke to millionaire in 14 days, watch or bankruptcy." You know, more not financial advice. And what happened next? I think anyone could have predicted. This is the price chart of Omi.
The reason why is because you have God, which is actually gods, plural, going to war against other gods in other towns and cities and other regions of the planet, and sending human beings to these places to go to battle, and sending angels with them with battle gear on to fight and kill. And the words are, go there, get in, kill the women, kill the children, kill the animals if need be. And if you see any women that you like, you can rape them. These are the exact words used. I want you to get a Bible and look it up. And if you decide you rape them, if you decide you want to keep him as wife, you can take him. But bring the spoils of war back to me.
Right. So they had these giant gardens with life-size trees, life-size llamas, animals that were in there, all made out of gold. And the Spanish chroniclers that were there, they write down that it was some of the most majestic sights that they'd ever seen. Well, Spain's in a really tough place economically at the time. So the Spanish, they melt down all of the Inca gold. The insides of their temples are lined with gold plates. And they have it's like a golden, almost like a giant coin of some sort. And I believe it survived, but it depicts their god, the fanged deity, which we'll get into because that leads to all of these ancient Peruvian civilizations that people are fascinated, guys like Ben are fascinated by.
So I would not put it out of the realm of possibility. Like, I just think that, it's possible that there was a split at some point in the past, that some people split, and who knows where they went. Along the length of time in the universe and the distance of space, like there's all these things are very possible.